Kaylin, there's no audio.
Can you
Revered by
start it over
poets
again,
throughout
please,
history as
Helen?
This is the human heart. Central to our physical body, our survival, revered by poets throughout history as the emotional center of our being. The place we instinctively touch when asked to point to ourselves. And now, what we have known intuitively is being understood scientifically. Researchers are unlocking a new science of the heart that could change everything we know about health and our interconnected nature. Coherence is a state of balance between heart, mind, and emotions, creating a favorable cascade of neural, hormonal, and biochemical events that benefit the entire body. But this phenomenon not only benefits us personally, it affects everything around us, emitting an electromagnetic field that can be measured up to 3 feet outside of the body. When you are in coherence, your heart resonates at the same frequency as the Earth's magnetic field. This frequency positively affects everything around you. When a group of people are in coherence together, this effect is magnified. Could communities synchronized in coherence lower violence, accelerate cooperation, and global harmony? This is the purpose of the Global Coherence Pulse. If we can measure the impact of thousands of people in coherence at the same time, it could lead to a breakthrough in understanding the full potential of the human heart. All you need to participate is your presence and your heart. To take it to the next level, join the research study by downloading the app and getting an HRV monitor to measure your personal coherence. The world needs it more than ever before. Each human heart is unique and magnificent by itself. But imagine what could be possible when we unify.
Welcome everyone to the Global Coherence Pulse, day 96 of our 99 Days of Peace through Unity. We are in the middle of Peace Week, and today is the 40th anniversary of the International Day of Peace, and there are peace celebrations, peace offerings happening all around the world today, and we can add our love and energy into this tsunami of love and peace today. So our theme today is physical and emotional safety, one of the 7 core needs. And we have, running through Peace Week and running through the Global Coherence Pulse and initiatives like the Islands of Coherence, a unitive narrative that if we're going to have peace through unity, we need to start embodying a worldview based in unity. So we begin every pulse with a global silent minute with Dot Maver. It will be followed by an attunement by Darty, one of our IOC cohorts. So Dot.
Today on day 96 of our 99-day journey of peace through unity towards a thriving world for all of life, we dedicate the Global Silent Minute to physical and emotional safety. I am you. You are me. We are one human family. May all beings experience physical and emotional safety. And on this 40th anniversary of the International Day of Peace, Peace Day, we invoke the spirit of peace, anticipating an evocative response. During these 99 days, we have co-created a unified field of heart coherence, a shared space for all of us to discover together how we can cooperate and collaborate in community as we listen deeply to what is emerging and demanding new expression through us for the good of the whole. The Global Silent Minute was inspired by the original Big Ben Silent Minute. That silent minute at 9 p.m. daily helped to end World War II. In these times, we offer our daily 5 p.m. Eastern Global Silent Minute to bring an end to all war, to bring peace and right relationship to humankind and all of life, as we call for global cooperation, peace, and freedom. The power of silence is greater than we know. It is in silence that we unite our hearts across distance in common union, in sacred unity, in community. And the power of our simultaneous thought with shared intention increases its potency exponentially. So let us prepare to enter the silence together. With a deep breath, we activate the spirit of peace in our own hearts. And we unite our hearts across distance. Now we invite all those on the other side of the veil to join us. As we hold the shared intention of coming together in peace through unity, aligned in shared purpose, invoking the spirit of peace to ensure that the core needs of all of life are met. And now, as the Tibetan bowl sounds, we enter 1 minute of silence dedicated to a world in which all humans, animals, and ecosystems experience physical and emotional safety.
as we move from the power of the global silent minute to the sound of my voice, please close your eyes and take a deep, deep breath in. Release the breath slowly. Take another big breath in and flow this energy of this breath into the center of your chest, into your heart. Yes. As you continue to breathe slowly in and out, infuse your breath with this feeling. All is well. As you embrace this feeling, take this energy and flow it through your lungs, your heart, down through your body, down through your legs and your feet. Send this energy into the earth, down to the center of our mother. Feel it and bring it back up through the bottom of your feet, up through your legs, through your whole body, infusing it into each and every cell of your being, and then on up into your heart chakra. Bring this feeling, knowing that all is well, into your heart center, and let it be a deep, deep well that you can tap into at any time, whenever you need to know that all really is well. Say to yourself right now, all is well. Say it to yourself again, all is well. Be like the sacred pagoda at the top of the mountain, emanating out that all is well to the world. As we allow ourselves to feel the energy of these words, all is well, let us attune to and invoke that feeling as we bring in and embody physical and emotional safety. Breathing in, all is well. Breathing out, all is well. We can know it. We can feel it. Know in the center of your heart that all really is well. May peace prevail on earth. Aho. And so it is.
Thank you, Darty, for that wonderful meditation. I love all is well. I can feel it in my heart. And Dot, for the Global Silent Minute, you can do the Global Silent Minute every day at 5 p.m. Eastern and join a wave that's happening all of the time. And so let's do that. Let's take these moments as a community and pulse the field with our presence and really drop into the place where our partnership with life is most available. And if you want more from our IOC cohorts, they've been doing the attunement every day. Visit the connection field, and that's a place where there's so many offerings to support us to do just that. So thank you. And Dot, I'm turning it over to you to introduce Mandy, our guest for today, and just really for us to be in this celebration of this 40th anniversary. My God, amazing.
It is amazing, Teresa. Thank you. Yes, today is the 40th anniversary of the UN International Day of Peace. And there are millions of us around the world honoring Peace Day and invoking the spirit of peace, particularly at 12 noon in every time zone around the world. It is also day 96 of our 99-day journey of peace through unity towards a thriving world for all of life. And now, during Peace Week, we are holding a focus on the core needs inspired by eco-governance, taking a whole systems approach to whole systems healing. And these core needs are a direct and practical pathway to peace. Living soil, healthy water, vitalizing food, fresh, clean air, physical and emotional safety, comfortable shelter, and the conditions needed to manifest our unique potential in mutual nourishment with all of life. And today, it is a great joy to welcome Mandy Kahn. Mandy, you bring a grace and eloquence to peace. And I must say, I love that you have coined the word peacening. So Mandy is a poet and peace teacher and the writer in residence at the Philosophical Research Society, which is a center for spiritual discourse, founded in 1934 by wisdom scholar Manly P. Hall. And Mandy, you're teaching a free weekly online class on the nature of peace, and regularly you present peace-building concerts, which we have been part of with Global Silent Minute. Wonderful. So today, Mandy will offer thoughts on peace and the core need, physical and emotional safety, and then guide us in a meditation. Thank you for being here today, Mandy. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me, Dot, and everyone. It's such an incredible honor to be with you today on this day of all days. We have the opportunity to create a world that is safer for everyone. The means of mass peace building are free and easy to implement. They require no laws to be passed, no budgets to be created. The means of mass peace building can be easily practiced at home. It costs nothing to use the jewel of one's own attention and the power of one's own intention to build a world that is safer for everyone. How do we create a world that is safer for everyone? By creating a safer inner self. How do we create a safer inner self? By ceasing any acts of self-violence, by ceasing any acts of self-cruelty, be they emotional or physical, by committing to treating all parts of the self with honoring, with tolerance, with kindness, by creating a self in which it is safe to live. We have been taught violence towards others and towards the self. Violence has been glorified in the programs we have been shown. And now we have the opportunity to ask the question, do I carry out any acts of violence against myself? Do I ever treat myself with cruelty, with hatred, with disdain? Do I reject myself or parts of myself? What parts of myself have I yet to embrace in love? What parts of myself have I failed to include in my tolerance? What parts of myself can I begin to include in my own compassion? If we choose, we can create a mind of kindness. That mind of kindness will make us places of kindness and safety for others. The kindness with which we treat ourselves will become effortlessly acts of kindness towards others. The safety we will experience in our own loving minds will make us safe havens for others. It is our self-kindness that will infuse all of our actions with peace. If we decide to build a mind of kindness, we might choose to say this to ourselves: I am ready to live in a mind of kindness and to let that kindness build me into a being of peace. I am ready to feel safe and honored and loved. My mind is a place of kindness now. It is safe to be in my mind. I create a self of safety. I honor all parts of myself. I extend tolerance. I extend compassion into all corners of myself. I reconcile with myself. I create a mental space in which it is safe to be me. What have I rejected about myself? I embrace that part of myself with compassion and extend to it love without end. I include all parts of myself, all aspects of myself in my compassion now. We make the world safer when we have the courage to make sure all parts of the self feel included and seen and honored and loved. We make the world safer when we extend compassion to ourselves. When we do that, we will walk as beings of compassion. When our compassion is felt by others, it is comforting. And those who feel comforted, those who feel there is compassion for them, act with more kindness. When everyone feels honored, when everyone feels tolerated, when everyone feels there is a place for them, all violence will cease. When you create a mind of kindness, you become a being around whom others are safe. Physically safe, yes, and also emotionally safe. You are not quick to harshness because you have not been quick to harshness against yourself. You have treated yourself with kindness, and now it is natural for you to treat others with kindness. You have not made any parts of yourself feel unwelcome, and so you do not make others feel there is no place for them. You have told yourself that every part of you is worthy of compassion, and so too you tell the world with your presence that everyone is worthy of compassion. Those needing compassion find it in you, and they are comforted by it. They are elevated by you. And from this higher vantage point, one step closer to the experience of their own peace minds, they feel relief, and they feel called to a more loving action, and they take a more loving action. They take that more loving action because you have treated yourself with more love. And the love that you have treated yourself with has watered the garden of a more loving and compassionate and peaceful and safe world. Your private acts of self-kindness couldn't be more powerful. They literally transform all that surrounds you. They unweave the effects of violent image after violent image. They untrain those who have been trained to cruelty. They remind everyone of the peacefulness that they love and the peacefulness that they are. The self is a microcosm of the whole of humanity. Create a community of harmony within the self, among the parts of the self, and you will experience more harmony in the community that you share with others. There is a community within you, a variousness of parts of yourself, of moods, of vulnerabilities and traumas and histories and ways of seeing. Make the self safe for all parts of you. Create harmony within the community of the self, and the external community will have to increase in harmony accordingly. Treat all parts of the self with compassion, and you will become a beacon of comfort for others. Comfort others, and you make a more loving action possible for them. The harshness of the world can be balanced out by one act of comfort, one act of compassion. Be that radical act of compassion for yourself first, and you will be able to be that act for countless others. One of the many gifts of creating a mind of kindness and of reconciling with the self is that it creates a state within you that makes it easier and easier for you to access your own peace mind. Your peace mind is the highest or most loving portion of your consciousness. Imagine your own consciousness as a 20-story building. Your peace mind is the top story of this building. Your consciousness in general, this entire building, is your way of seeing being expressed in a spectrum. The top of the spectrum, your peace mind, is your point of view in its most loving iteration. The bottom of the spectrum, the lowest floor of this building, is your point of view in its most fearful iteration. Both sides of this spectrum are expressions of the uniqueness of you. But the floors are options that are available to you in regards to how your particular beingness is expressed. Wherever you are on this spectrum, you are expressing your particular beingness. It's entirely up to you how you express and experience your beingness, whether you experience the fearful version of yourself, for example, or the loving and peaceful version of yourself. Both versions are you, both are worthy of love without end, and both are yours to experience if you'd like. That said, the top floor of your consciousness, your peace mind, is a resource quite unlike the other floors. Now imagine that the ceiling of the top floor of your building of consciousness is covered in skylights. Bright sunshine floods the whole floor, illuminating everything. No other floor has this resource, this light from above. Now imagine that the floor just below this one, the 19th floor, lacks skylights, but does have windows along its sides. Many things can be seen here, but not all things. And now imagine that each successive floor heading downwards has smaller and smaller windows until you get to the bottom floor, which has none at all. The lowest floor is in complete darkness. Sunlight in this analogy represents information. On the top floor, all information floods down and one sees all things clearly and knows for certain. There is subsequently less information, less understanding, and less certainty as one travels down the floors of this building. One in the peace mind knows as one's highest self knows, and one's highest self is connected to all things. The peace mind is a perspective, yes, but it is also an experience of living in that perspective. The peace mind is an embodied experience of the loving perspective manifested as the uniqueness of the self. When you are seated in your peace mind, you become the message that our true nature is a loving and peaceful nature, and that all else that we might experience is temporary and transitory. In these moments, your peaceful presence, your loving beingness is the message. Your peaceful true nature displayed is the highest message that you can deliver during a human lifetime. It is a world-changing message. It shows other members of humanity just how easily peace can arrive. Regularly working with the tool of self-kindness will make accessing the peace mind easier and easier as time goes on. Simply walking around while connected to the peace mind is an act of profound planetary service. Dwelling in the peace mind peacens your actions. Dwelling in the peace mind peacens your thoughts. Dwelling in the peace mind peacens and expands your energetic body. When you are focused in your peace mind, your presence alone blesses every room you enter. When you spend time in your peace mind, you will begin to see solutions to problems that you simply could not see from a lower position within your own consciousness. The path to world peace always exists. Whether or not you can perceive it is dependent upon where you sit in your consciousness. More self-kindness means one can more easily enter one's peace mind. And from one's peace mind, the path to world peace, the path to a world in which everyone feels safe, can be seen plainly. Your part in advancing the world towards peace exists. From your peace mind, you will be able to see your own path to peace clearly. And in a self of kindness, your peace mind is most available. So we're very lucky to be joined by composer Gary Malkin today. He will be sharing a work that he wrote specifically to raise peace in the consciousness called Chrysalis. We will listen to 2 minutes of Chrysalis, and then I will begin a guided meditation in which we will use the peace mind to build and share a world that is safer for all beings. But a truly exquisite piece of music. Gary's work will continue to support us as we begin our guided meditation for a peaceful and safe world. All right, just closing our eyes now. With eyes closed, calling in the wisdom of our highest knowing now. Calling in our highest wisdom to guide us on this meditation. And now we direct to our highest self these words: highest self, show me what my own most peaceful world looks like. Show me a world in which I feel perfectly safe and in which everyone feels and is perfectly safe. Higher self, show me what that world looks like. Eyes still closed now. Beginning with 3 deep breaths right into the heart center. Deep breath in and out. Beautiful. Second breath in, right into the heart and out. And now the longest and slowest of these, breath in and out. Now we imagine ourselves in a room. Heart, highest wisdom, I am ready to be shown a peaceful world now. Now I imagine opening the door that's in front of me in this room. And I step through the doorway and into a more peaceful world. Now allowing my higher self to show me what this world looks like, what my most peaceful world looks like. Stepping through the doorway now and seeing the first few glimpses of this world. Noticing what nature is here now. What nature is around me in this place. Allowing my higher self to simply reveal to me what the nature looks like here. And just allowing these images, this vision to arrive with perfect timing. Beginning to perceive this place. What's the temperature here? Just feeling it here. What does the air feel like on my skin? Simply allowing myself to discover what this place feels like, what it looks like. I begin to walk slowly through this peaceful landscape, noticing what begins to appear around me. All the while, as I walk and see what is here, I am feeling so peaceful here. I am feeling so safe here. And what is so wonderful about being here is that I notice that everyone else feels safe here too. This is a place where everyone is safe, and I see what that looks like now. I begin to notice other beings that are here. As I walk, as I continue to walk, I see how these other beings appear to feel in this place of safety. What does it look like to see people who are truly safe, who know that they are safe? I am shown what this looks like now, and it is so wonderful to see people who are so comfortable in their safety, so comfortable being themselves. This is a joy to observe. And I revel in that feeling of joy. I revel in that feeling of experienced peace, in that feeling of knowing that everyone here is truly safe, is truly held by everyone else. is truly honored by everyone else. It feels so good to see people in an experience of peace, in an experience of safety. And I simply continue to walk, continue to observe this safe place, this peaceful place. Are there animals here? And what do I observe them doing? Is there sunlight here? And how does it feel on my body? How does my body feel in this safe space? Just allowing myself to sink more fully, more deeply into the feeling of being here, feeling this place deeply. And now I stop walking and I simply focus on the feeling of peacefulness, the feeling of safety that is so prevalent within me now. I imagine this feeling, this experience of safety is something that I can give others on this planet as a kind of gift. Now I imagine this feeling of safety, of true peace, as a glowing presence around my body. And I imagine spreading this presence forward from my body until it fills the room that I'm in, until it passes through the walls of this room and begins to transit from the building I'm in forward, passing people in the town where I am, this peaceful, safe feeling. Just imagining it being offered as a gift to whomever might want it. I see this glowing presence moving forward from the town where I'm located now and spreading wider until it is hundreds of miles wide. And I see it spreading forward across the state where I am, this offering of peace, this gift of the feeling of safety. And I see it crossing from my state into the next state. I see it moving across the next state and the state after that one, across the country where I live, across the oceans. I see it begin to enter other countries, and I simply offer it, this gift of the feeling of safety, of the feeling of peace, to anyone who might want it. Simply allowing my vision of a safe world, of a peaceful world, simply allowing this offering, this vision, this feeling to advance across the globe further and further until it has rounded the globe and returned back to where I am right now. Still in that feeling of peace, still knowing the safety that is possible, I offer my vision as a gift. Let us know peace now fully. Let us experience it. Let us know safety now fully in our experience. Let our dream be walked in the flesh. Let me be an example of the peace that is possible in our time. You are safe with me. You are safe with me. You are safe with me. And so it is. Eyes open now.
Let's take this feeling of safety that you have so beautifully invited us to welcome into every cell of our being and to spread across the planet to every place that it's needed. Let's just take a moment with the music and just our presence to pulse the planet with this feeling of safety. All animals, all beings, all nature can feel this internal peace. And when we do it together as a community, it intensifies the effect and activates more of the same. And then let's bring this energy that we've generated together, all of this feeling of safety and peacefulness, and bring it right into the center of our own sweetheart. And let ourselves be nourished, deeply, deeply nourished. And to care for ourselves first and foremost, so that we can generate this safety within ourselves. Mandy, thank you so much for bringing your just exquisite presence and beauty to the field today. And Gary, thank you for your music today. And we want to send a special blessing out to your mom and to you and to everybody that's just being stretched by what's happening in the world. Let's just send this love out to all of us. Yeah, Michael Linfield, lovely to see you. Julie, thank you for your presence. Doing this together in community is one of the greatest gifts that we can give to the whole and to ourselves. So there's a plenary session that's coming up next, and we can bring this beautiful energy of safety into our plenary session and take it out into the world with everyone that you touch, everyone that you meet, and add it to this tsunami of love that is going across the planet on this 40th anniversary of the International Day of Peace. And thank you for adding your heart today, because every single heart makes a difference. Love you all. Join us tomorrow. Comfortable shelter. We're just going to keep taking it deeper and wider and richer together. Blessings, everyone. Blessings, Dot. Blessings, Mandy, Julie, Gary. Blessings, life.